Hello guys, hope you're doing well. This is going to be a quick look at some of my Eugenias. I have three species of Eugenias, and it struck me earlier that I haven't actually had them all out together. So before I put them back from where they come from, I will do a quick video showing the differences between these species. Now, the Eugenia genus comes from, it's native to Brazil, parts of South America and Central America. Has many different types of species within the genus. This here is called the Pitanga. That's the common name for it. The botanical name, I believe, is Eugenia uniflora. And it produces a small star-shaped fruit. I've actually never tasted a Eugenia before, so I'm quite excited to see this fruit eventually when it does. But this plant is doing really well, nice shiny leaves. The fruits which come from the Eugenia uniflora come in a variety of colours, ranging from orange to red to a dark purple, almost black. This variation is a seedling from the black variety. They don't always grow true to type, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that these plants will actually be the black variety, because apparently those are the sweetest. Yeah, so I think it's maybe quite a while for this plant to flower and fruit. I've not seen any flowers yet, but I'm hopeful, guys, really hopeful. Maybe this year or next year. Here is another specimen of the Eugenia uniflora. I'm growing these in 30-litre containers. I may need to up pot eventually. I'm looking in line, some people in America, they're growing these in 40 or 50-litre containers and getting them to fruit. So maybe I'll up pot sooner rather than later. But that's the Eugenia uniflora. Now, I have actually featured this next species. The common name for it is Pitangatuba. That's the Pitangatuba. I believe it's Eugenia selloi. And when last I featured it, it was in the flowering stages. If I can show some of the flowers. This is a closed flower here, and it had many of these flowers. But guys, it has actually started fruiting or set fruit. So I hand pollinated it. That's a set fruit. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Now, what's quite interesting about those fruits, actually, you can see the ribbed form of the fruit. Like I said, the Pitanga, the last genus that I showed was called the star fruit. This has a similar shape, and you can see that shape on the very early fruitlets there. So that's quite exciting, guys. Now, it did produce masses of flowers, which I hand pollinated just a few, because guys, I can't afford to let such a small plant set too many fruits. So like these new blooms here, I won't be hand pollinating those. In fact, I should probably cut them off so the plant has more energy to focus on fruit production. But I'm hoping these will hold, and eventually I'll get to taste some of the fruits. This next specimen just set 1 or 2 fruits on it. It's a little bit behind. That's quite nice to have 2 different plants with genetic variation between the 2. And yeah, quite promising this species, because as you can see, it does flower and fruit at a relatively small size. That's the Eugenia selloi, or the Pitangatuba. And this one here was the Pitanga. And the last of the Eugenia, which I shall be featuring for this video here, and this is probably the rarest of my Eugenias. And although it doesn't look much, would you believe it, guys, this has actually bloomed. It did produce 1 flower several weeks back, which I was really surprised of. And this variety commonly is called the Banana Pitanga, because it produces a fruit which is slightly elongated. And the botanical name for this is called Eugenia anthrophaga. So called because it was found in an area of the Brazilian rainforest where cannibals lived, right? So anthrophaga means human flesh eating. And so they named it. It's not the most attractive name, but that's what it is, guys. And what I find quite interesting about this, this specimen so far, is that, as you can see, it's produced, I think these might be suckers. So I'm not sure whether they're suckers or whether they're coming from the base. I do read online that they do produce suckers, or some of the Eugenias produce suckers, so it'll be quite useful to actually be able to separate some of them if they are suckers. We'll have to see. I do know that my Pitanga, or star cherry, has actually got a number of suckers here, which I hope to be separating soon to produce new plants, because they'll be clones. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's been my quick update of the Eugenia, or my little Eugenia collection. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.